Hey guys, welcome to another video from Historic Militaria. Today I wanted to take a look at some interesting German World War I anti-tank ammunition. This is not a round that is seen all the time, but this is the 13.2 by 92 rimmed German anti-tank round, which was actually made for the M18 bolt-action Mauser. Now, these were giant Mauser rifles that were made by the Mauser factory, and they were essentially scaled up 8mm Mauser action, but just huge, made for use against the first tanks that were seen in 1918. And this was a single-shot rifle, bolt action, had a bipod and a pistol grip, but no provision to tame the recoil. So they were quite powerful beasts to shoot and not particularly pleasant. But here we've got a couple examples of the round, which was actually called the 13.2 by 92 rimmed TUF, which stood for, the English translation was tank and flyer round, because they also had plans to turn this into a heavy machine gun round, which would be used on German planes and sort of a scaled up MG18, but that really never materialized because the war ended before they really got too far in the manufacture of it. But this is a typical round. This is actually a live primed round. You can see the 18 for the 1918 on the head stamp. You'll also notice the P, if I turn it right, which is actually the manufacturer of Pult. And they were a quite prolific manufacturer of ammunition. And you'll see that actually on later ammunition as well, like this 13.2 by 96 rimmed round, which was actually a World War II German round that was used in a different machine gun, but the Germans liked 13.2, so they kept using that caliber. And this is a 13.2 by 96, and it's got a very similar head stamp, only with the Nazi eagle, 1939 dated, but it's got the P as well. It's just to give you an idea that Pult did make ammunition through both world wars. These are actually live rounds for the Mauser M18. And as you can see, they've got the same kind of head stamp, 1918 dated, with the P, with the metal code, which would be the 67, and just basically all the information that Germany liked to give you. And again, the exact same head stamp, all the same elements, all 1918, since as far as I understand, that really was the only year that the round was made for the German military, at least in any major quantity. So the majority that you're going to find floating around today are going to be made in probably 1918. These cartridges here are just sort of for reference, because at the time that the M18 came out, there was a lot of sniping back and forth, trying to pierce each other's armor and pierce the armor of German snipers. So the British actually dug out some of their larger safari calibers for use against German snipers and fortified positions. And these are just a couple examples of what they had to choose from. You have a Ely number 2, a 450 Ely Express, and basically just a number 2 Nitro here. They used a number of different other calibers as well, but gives you an idea of how big they were versus the German sort of answer to them, which was quite a lot more powerful, since it was essentially designed to be not a hunting round, but an armor piercing round. You can also see the Germans used the pointed Spitzer bullet, whereas the British were still using rounds which had lead tipped or even jacketed bullets, but still they were blunt nosed. They did not have the velocity that these suckers would would manage. So a little bit outgunned. These are great against large African game. Not so great against the tank, where these guys actually could make their presence known on the battlefield against a tank. But anyway, you don't see a lot of the ammunition floating around, and not a lot of folks seem to spend a lot of time looking at it. Hope you have enjoyed taking a look at these rounds, and as always, we'll do some interesting other ammunition and firearms coming up. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.